So, yeah, interesting day.
Oh my
We're
goodness.
gonna, yeah, we're gonna talk about. I got some breaking news. I got to break tonight. So
Mhm.
when we get into the show, I'll tell everybody about that.
Oh
Well, how was
wow.
your day today, young lady?
It was pretty busy today, which is a surprise.
And you behaved yourself?
I
You
did
didn't cuss
actually.
no one out?
No, as a matter of fact.
Wow, you did behave yourself. Holy
Yeah.
crap!
And they were all
I'm
like, well,
amazed.
well, if I don't get an appointment soon, I'm just going to have to go to another doctor. Well, that's your prerogative. If that's what you want to do. I mean, they were like giving me ultimatums. I'm like, hey,
Well, yeah, right.
I can't do anything about it. Go for it.
Gee,
Yeah,
whiz. Incredible, incredible.
yeah. I had to. I mean, what did they
You
expect
must
me to
be a
do?
spitfire at work. You really,
I mean, they
gee.
try to give me ultimatums. What can I do? I can't get a appointment out of
You know
my
what's funny?
scrub.
People don't respond well to ultimatums.
No.
You know, that's the one thing that'll set somebody off.
Yeah.
You know, do this or else. Like, that's the one thing that'll push my buttons worse than anything.
Hmm.
Because don't give me an ultimate. You ask me to do something, I'll do it.
I mean, what do you want me to do? Pull an appointment out of my scrub pockets? I mean, I only got so many
Exactly, yeah.
pockets, but I
Yeah,
mean,
hold on, lady. I'm going to pull an appointment out of my ass
right?
for you.
I mean, what do you want me to do?
Exactly. You ready to do this thing?
Yes, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome. This is a special edition of What's the Buzz podcast. We open with breaking news tonight. Not one, but two of America's most popular newsmen are canned today. On CNN, a highly right, I guess you want to call it a right of Attila the Hun. A very right news organization, CNN, let Don Lemon go today. Don, of course, is a staple with CNN, or has been for many, many years. It was not immediately known why Don Lemon was let go today, unlike Fox News letting go the very, very popular Tucker Carlson.
Wow.
Apparently, Tucker got a little too close to the truth for the people at Fox. And understand something, folks. You're talking about two news organizations that are allegedly
Mhm.
at opposite ends of the spectrum. But Amelia, you and I, we both know.
Mhm. Right.
It's the same look. There's only one political party in America
Right.
with two different names. One's the Democrat, one's the Republican.
Mhm.
Okay, so Fox News, we know, is heavily Republican based. We know that. Never
Mhm.
been a secret, never going to be a secret.
Right.
However,
Absolutely.
CNN is highly democratically controlled. And we also know that, and that's never been a secret.
Yeah.
Look at the people they've had on there. Chris
Mhm.
Cuomo, the governor's brother,
Mhm.
Governor Andrew Cuomo's brother. You don't get any more Democrat than that.
No.
Okay? But let's understand something, though. CNN and Fox they're pretty much the same company with different colors.
Right.
One's red, one's blue. And that's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to, in the interest of full disclosure, tell everybody Don Lemon and Tucker Carlson are out on their ass at CNN and Fox, respectively. Tucker Carlson, quite frankly, doesn't give a shit because he'll find people are lining up to hire
Absolutely.
Tucker Carlson. That man can call his shot right now. Fox doesn't know it, but you guys just did Tucker a big favor.
Oh, yeah.
You made him even richer than he already is.
Mm-hmm.
Remarkable. The same thing for Don Lemon.
Mm-hmm.
He don't need the money, but you just put about another $6 or $7 million in his pocket. But on that note, welcome everybody. It's 4 p.m. in Los Angeles, 6 o'clock in Chicago, 7 p.m. in New York City, and I am the Mad Dog. The Mad Dog with the pit bull. It's a virtual dog pound we have here.
Right.
What's the buzz? Amelia, the pit bull Chapman, how are you today, kid?
Good. Had a great day today.
I hear, yeah. It sounds like
Other than the ultimatum, but you know what? I can't do anything.
But look, you didn't get fired. You still have your job.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't cuss anybody out. Tell them to kiss your ass. You know.
Even though
That's
you want
good.
it so bad, but you can't do anything.
I know. Sometimes you just want to go, just kiss my fat ass. You know?
It's like, please stop. I can't do anything for you, okay?
Yes, exactly. So in keeping with our theme, be a buddy, not a bully, we want everybody to get along. That's what we do here at What's the Buzz. We bring people together, damn it. We bring people together. Be a buddy, not a bully. By the way, I haven't heard from our friend Moonchild lately. So if you find out where she's at, tell her to get a little hiney back over here. Papa Bear misses her.
Right? We do miss her.
Let's tell everybody a million what is on tonight's show. Tell them what we're doing tonight.
Mysterious celebrity death today.
Yeah, tell them who we got going on tonight.
We're going to do, actually, today we're going to be talking about Anne Heche and Tupac and Bob Saget. We're going to revisit Bob Saget's death a little bit today.
Yeah, well, we did a whole show on Bob, but since the show, and we've only done that a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
But since that show, just to show you how quickly news changes, we got more information on the passing of Bob Saget thanks to Vice TV. And I want to make sure that right from the get-go, I want to thank Vice TV for some of the clips you're going to see tonight. Because that's where we got some of them. And I just have to be up front and tell you thank you to the producers at Vice TV, Viceland TV, for the use of some of your clips. Yes. So tonight, one of the things, and we've actually done this show too, Tupac Shakur.
Yes, we did that about a few months ago back.
We did, and we actually had a rapper on the show. My daughter joined us on that show. That was a really good show, very good show. It's one of our most popular in our archives, actually. By the way, folks, you can check out the What's the Buzz archives at www.tfradio.podbean.com, or you can go to any of our pages or our group and scan the QR code and download our app instantly. We have an app now.
Yes.
We have our own app. Ain't that some shit?
That's wonderful. And also, it's on our personal pages as well.
Yes.
We've actually put it on our personal pages, so you can come check us out. And there as well.
Yeah, go to Amelia Valerio Chapman on Facebook. Like, she needs more friends. She's got 35,000 friends on there now. Or you come to my page and my measly 60 friends. But here's the thing, though, and I have to say this in fairness. My page is only for family. In fact, you're the only non-family person on my, like two non-family people, but the rest of them.
Well, I'm kind of like family. You're like my big brother.
I'm like your big pain in the ass.
And Anita's my family
yeah.
member too.
Oh, cool. Yeah, well, Anita loves you.
Yeah, I love Anita too.
We love you. You know, look, folks, this is a love fest, okay? We buy
Oh
each other
yeah.
Christmas presents.
And we're also on our Instagram page. You can also find that QR code as well.
And we do have kind of, sort of a TikTok. Just go to Amelia, Texas Girl 1970.
One.
Right? 71. Damn it, I know I was going to fuck it up. I knew I was going to screw it up. Mm-hmm. It's Amelia, Texas Girl 1971. She's got some of our stuff on there too. So and don't go to my TikTok. I hate TikTok and but I do have a Snapchat if you want to find me at Mad Dog. All you gotta do is Mad Dog.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm going to go. Oh yeah, so we're going to talk about the Tupac. I think we said we're going to start off with Tupac.
Yes, we're going to start off with him a little bit because we wanted to revisit his death and everything because there's still a lot of unanswered questions that people still wanted to know about his death and the night of the shooting and the driver, which was his manager, Suge Knight, and the coincidence about when he was going to the car from his concert that night.
Yeah.
Or it was an award show, I think it was that night.
It was, you're close on that one. It was actually
a boxing match. I'm sorry.
A boxing match, but they were on their way to a charity event, is what it was. So you were close with the award show. They were on their way. What happened was, Amelia is right on target with it. They were leaving a boxing event. They just had seen Mike Tyson's fight. Okay, so they're leaving. Tupac gets changed. He takes his shirt off. He puts another shirt. Right. We're going to talk about that because if you look at the timeline on the video, there's no way he had time to change his shirt.
There was no way.
And so that leads me to tell you what you're going to see tonight. Because some information has come to light. I got a hold of a piece of film that I'm going to blow your mind.
Yes.
Okay. So let's start off. What really happened with Tupac Shakur? So here's the thing, Amelia. Did Tupac die tragically, or did he outsmart the world? Was there a body double?
Yeah.
Because information has come to light that says, well, guess what, people of America? Tupac knew what was going down that night, and he hired a body double. But here's the problem. The body double, somebody died that night. Okay, we know that. Somebody died that night. Here's the problem. Was it Tupac or was it the body double? And if it was the body double, does that make Tupac complicit in a murder?
Right.
So what do you think? Tell me what your thoughts are, Neil.
I would think that he would be in the murder. I think he would be somebody that would be charged with murder because of the fact, too, because the bodyguard was not with him in the car. So that is a big question.
That's a very, very interesting point. Very, very good. You did your homework. I'm proud of you. That was a very big point, and what she said, everybody missed it at first. Where was the bodyguard?
Yeah.
Tupac never went anywhere.
Never went anywhere.
Went nowhere without his bodyguard.
Exactly.
Because he knew that there were people that wanted to take him out. One of the biggest names, and you're going to shake your head when I tell you, but I can't make this, and I tell everybody every week, you can't make this shit up.
Exactly.
One of the big names, and I mean a big name, that has come up over and over and over in the murder of Tupac is Puff Daddy.
Yep.
Sean Combs, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy. Whatever name you want to call him. He calls himself Diddy now.
Yes.
You know? P. Diddy. All right? I don't care what name you call him. His name's Sean Combs.
Yes.
But was his jealousy or hatred of Tupac such that he would have him killed, or was he playing his part very well? That's the question. Let's take a look at the life and maybe death of Tupac Shakur.
Smoking your stove, I like that, man.
Everybody know one thing about me. I don't care any Hollywood, any on the streets, especially Hollywood rappers.
By the way, if you don't know who this man is, and I just need to tell everybody, if you're listening on radio, we are listening to Suge Knight, the notorious, what do they call that? Death Row Records.
Right.
Suge Knight was the president and founder of Death Row Records, a West Coast-based record company. Now, if you know the rap business, you got West Coast versus East Coast.
Yes.
It's I don't know why they hate each other. I don't know if they hate each other, but wherever you got criminals and gang members, you're going to have conflict.
Oh yeah, right. Red versus blue.
Here's the funny thing, though, Amelia.
Mm-hmm.
None of these people were gangbangers.
None
They
at all.
were playing a part. They were playing a fucking part.
Yes.
People don't get that. Listen to Suge Knight, because you're going to hear him say something that's going to blow you away. Watch.
Yeah. We can get our paperwork.
Yeah.
And see what all we ever been arrested for. I guarantee you, there's never been nothing for me but straight real and violence.
Ain't no, you ain't snitching. No.
I ain't never in my life told. You know, I'm the mother when people ask me if I know who killed Tupac, and not saying Tupac dead or alive, but I'm saying if they ask me if I know who killed Tupac, I'm the said, hey, absolutely not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No.
I don't get down like that. One thing people got to realize, it's mother born and raised out here.
Yeah.
You both suspect the mother who live out here.
Yeah.
Because right now we got a lot of out-of-towners living out here, and they ain't saying nothing about it.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll have a 90 mother walk down the street and said Suge Knight killed Tupac. When everybody know off the top, I ain't the killed Tupac, I'm the protected Tupac.
Yeah.
But at the same time, bitch-ass Puffy can give him a mother star, and every rat in the world said he didn't want to kill Tupac.
You hear what he just said?
Yes.
He's talking about Puffy. That's Puff Daddy. That's what he's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear what he said? Every N in the world knows who killed Tupac.
Mm-hmm.
Watch.
Yeah.
I had him shot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if you notice, it was a rat on television saying he the one did the shooting, this happened, that happened, this happened, that happened, right?
Right.
If you think about it, right?
Right.
Why you think nobody been arrested if they said they didn't want to kill Tupac?
Because they're snitching to the police, so they ain't
Not
gonna get
just
arrested.
to snitch and be smart, son. Because Tupac not
ain't
dead.
as smart as you should, man.
Tupac not dead.
You hear what he said?
Tupac not dead.
Tupac's not dead. Did you hear what he said? He's Suge Knight, and I watched this probably a dozen times before I realized it sunk in. Did you hear what he said?
That Tupac not dead. He said it
I was
twice.
protecting Tupac. Okay, Amelia, you and I, we saw him.
Yes.
He's driving the car.
Yes, he is.
He's the driver of the car.
And normally he has somebody else driving the car.
Here's the question I have. How do you shoot into a car and not hit him while he's driving?
Exactly.
How do you do that?
Something with those as many bullets that supposedly hit that car, one of them or two of them would have hit him.
The other question that came up was, holy shit, Suge Knight's right. Suge Knight is right. Guess what, Neil? Nobody ever went to jail.
No, nobody.
No one. No one. Even the guy the police said, Orlando Anderson is the guy they said shot Tupac. Guess what?
What?
He's still walking around.
Yeah, like a free man. Like
you know
nothing
why?
ever happened.
Because he didn't shoot Tupac. That's why.
Yeah.
The police investigated him. They investigated his alibi. He had an airtight alibi. But watch this. Suge Knight, continue, please.
He was dead. They'll be arresting those dudes for murder. You know he's somewhere smoking a Cuban cigar on the island somewhere. You know what I mean?
On
Did you hear what he
said? He's out somewhere smoking a Cuban cigar on an island somewhere.
Hold on. Tupac Shakur, alive and well? Question mark. Or dead as a doornail? You know.
After that comment, he's alive and well somewhere on an island, private island.
How about Suge Knight, for the first time in his life? Actually, Suge has been coming clean lately about a lot of stuff. But guess what? Suge Knight just told you the truth. Watch this.
That's the only option. Eminem rapped about it too on the D12 track Freestyle, where he said, a lot of talk and rumors, honest. Who's the hottest? To be honest.
This is Eminem's new song. A lot of talk and rumors, honest. Who's the hottest? To be honest. Hip-hop ain't been the same since Tupac moved to Cuba on us. D12 Freestyle. Eminem, talking about Cuba and Tupac, right? Watch.
Hip-hop ain't been the same since Tupac moved to Cuba on us. In the 2000s, a site called Hollaback Exclusive posted a video that allegedly shows Tupac chilling in a parking lot in Cuba. The video starts with a...
Now,
wow.
This is, remember, Tupac was allegedly shot and killed in 1997. This is 2004. At least 2004. You tell me, Amelia, what does this look like?
The dude saying,
the rumors is true. Tupac is living, yo. I just seen him in the studio, man. He just dissed.
Then the camera pans over to show a group of dudes down in the parking lot. The cameraman zooms in on the dude who's allegedly Pac, but the video is too blurry to really tell what's going on.
That don't look blurry to me. That looks like Tupac Shakur.
It looks like Tupac. It does, exactly.
Ain't nothing blurry about that. I don't know what this narrator is talking about. That's clear as day.
And he's smiling right at him, too.
And yeah, looking right at the camera. Now, one of two things is happening. Either he don't know there's a camera, or he's very aware there's a camera, and he's trying to say to people, here I am.
Oh, yeah.
Guess what, though? He's in Cuba. Can't get him.
Nope.
Another video from Cuba surfaced later that was allegedly shot in 2004.
Now, who's that with him?
That looks like his manager.
No, well, it's Suge.
Suge, yeah.
In the clip, Suge Knight is shot.
Yeah.
It's Suge Knight, yeah. It's not his manager.
I mean, not his manager, but it's his
producer.
Yes.
Exactly. It's his record producer. Yeah, exactly right.
And it up with a dude who looks a lot like Pac, but you only see him from the back and the side. Suge Knight also says the situation with Pac's body was sketchy. Back in 2012, he went on a radio show and said, maybe the question is, Pac's not really dead. Pac's somewhere else. According to him, nobody ever saw Pac's body.
And there's only two people that saw Tupac's body. One of them, we know, confirmed, absolutely confirmed, was his mother. The other person who says they saw Tupac was a friend of his, another rap artist slash writer, songwriter, who says that he was with Pac in the hospital. But again, he presented no proof.
Exactly, there was no proof. And supposedly, did they cremate him?
But he tells a good story. Talks about being with Tupac's mother. Again, no proof. But here you go.
Said, nobody's seen Tupac dead. The person who supposedly cremated Tupac, the guy got about $3 million personally from me. And next thing I know, I never heard from the guy or seen him again. He retired and left. Another weird detail is that the official coroner report allegedly listed Tupac as 215 pounds.
Now, how and Mia, you and I, we're pretty good at this.
Mm-hmm.
How much do you think Tupac weighed, soaking wet?
Not even 200 pounds, if that. He's a skinny little guy.
Exactly. How about maybe about $1.50?
Yeah.
How about $1.50, $1.60?
Yeah, something like that.
Pac was a slim dude who was only 5 feet and 9 inches tall, though. And most sources say he actually weighed around 160. The coroner being off by 50 pounds is definitely suspicious, but it's not enough to prove anything concrete. A dude named Rick Boss claims Pac actually escaped from Vegas in a helicopter. According to him, Pac knew somebody was going to...
And that's the story I believe.
Oh, yeah.
And I want you to listen to this again, because it's critically important. Listen to every word.
But it's not enough to prove anything concrete. A dude named Rick Boss claims Pac actually escaped from Vegas in a helicopter. According to him, Pac knew somebody was going to try to take him out, so he used a body double to fake his death. Boss is making a movie about how he thinks it all went down. And he told a Vegas news channel the movie is about Tupac actually escaping from the University Medical Center here in Vegas and relocating to New Mexico and getting protection from the Navajo tribe.
Now, I want you to see that.
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
And you see what the headline says. Is this really Tupac Shakur?
Right.
Okay. There's somebody is on a hospital gurney. Somebody in very, very bad shape is on that hospital gurney. Okay? And our heart goes out to whoever that person is or was. But does that look like Tupac Shakur to you?
It does not.
It does not to me either.
Mm-mm.
A couple of little things and I've watched this picture. I've examined this picture. The giveaway for me, very simple. The tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
Tupac Shakur had very distinguishing tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
This guy also has tattoos, but not the same place that Pac had them.
No.
Okay? I don't think you're looking at Tupac Shakur.
No.
I think you're looking at a lookalike. That's who I think you're looking at.
Yeah.
And then I feel bad for this person? Yeah, I really do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then he already knew that he felt that somebody was going to be after him, and his mom was already a former member of a Pink Panther, so that kind of helped out a lot too, I think.
Well, much has been made of that. Can I address that for a minute? Because I'm glad you went there. Much has been made of his mother's involvement with the Black Panthers, with, running drugs when she... Look, you have to understand something. Let's be clear. Tupac Shakur's mother was not a saint.
No.
But she's a woman who, like everybody else, she realized her mistakes and she grew up. And she gave birth to a fine young man who grew up to be very successful.
Oh, yes.
Sadly, he died when he was 27. Another member of the 27 Club that, of course, Neil and I did here.
Yeah.
But when I came across that film, I said, man, that's Suge Knight. Unmistakable, that's Suge Knight.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't care who you are, there's nobody that looks like Suge Knight.
That's not.
Okay? But then I'm looking at who he's talking to. And all the guys that he was with there, they were all people that hung around with Tupac.
Oh, yes.
And that guy looked like Tupac. Now, again, I am a conspiracy nut. I wear that badge of honor, okay? I wear it, on my heart sleeve. And that's fine, though. Well, what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong.
Right.
And if Tupac is alive and well, and by the way, it's funny, I'm smiling because I know where I'm going. It's funny because if you remember, you might remember because you were about 6 or 7 years old at the time, just a little baby. Just a little tiny little kid you were. I feel like an old man now. You're probably better. But back when Elvis Presley died, from the minute it happened, people said Elvis isn't dead. He faked his death. It was a look-alike. It was a body double. Okay?
Well, you want to hear something funny?
Yeah, go ahead.
When I was a little girl, when I knew that he died and they showed his picture in the paper because it made national news.
Yeah, sure.
I knew what he looked like when he died because he was overweight and everything. And they showed his picture in the front news in the casket. I said, "Mommy, that's not Elvis. That's not him." I knew right from the beginning. And I was 6 years old.
That picture that they showed looked like Elvis from the 1950s.
Yeah, I told my mom.
A young, thin Elvis.
Yes.
Elvis was 275 pounds
I told my mom.
when he supposedly died.
Yeah, I said, "Mommy," I said, "Look, dead people don't sweat. That's not Elvis."
Right?
Those words came out of my mouth.
Yeah, exactly. But
At
now,
6 years
here's
old.
the interesting thing. When Tupac allegedly died, so-called died, okay? People said the same thing. Pac ain't dead. That what went down wasn't right. Something wasn't right there. Something didn't seem right. So somebody knew something, Amelia.
Oh, yes.
Somebody knew. And somebody waited a little time to make sure they wouldn't get in trouble. But they waited some time and they said, yep, now we're going to tell you what happened to Pac. Okay? Yeah. And I think that the Elvis case and Tupac case are very similar. So you want to throw one in there, you could throw Michael Jackson into that one. But now, you and I have a couple of cases tonight that are not so cut and dry.
No.
We got a couple difficult ones.
Yes.
I want everybody to try to remember, if you heard the name, Anne Heche, maybe on television, maybe in a movie. Anne Heche was a very talented actress. She did a bunch of Hallmark movies, Christmas movies.
And she was an
actress. She did a film with Harrison Ford called the 7 Days, or something like that.
And she got her start as an actress on a soap opera, Another World.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yes.
A long time ago. And she became very successful.
Yeah, very.
As a lot of soap opera people do, they break out and they do other things. And that's been, time and time again we've seen that happen. So,
oh, yes.
And Anne Heche was one of those people that she found an audience, and they liked her, and she caught on. So now, tell everybody, Amelia, what happened.
Well, she was just driving, I guess, from her home. Nobody really knew what happened, and all of a sudden, actually, her brakes, or we don't know what happened. She just slammed into a house going 80 miles an hour, and her car caught on fire, which caught the house on fire.
Can I tell you something? You're absolutely right. There's only one little detail you got wrong. The speed of the car, because we had it. We have it. Really? We have it on film tonight.
It said 80 miles an hour, but was it more than that?
105 miles an hour.
Wow. See, that's something that they missed on there.
Doing 105.
Wow.
And you're going to see it. That car, when it flew past, it looked like an insect. It was, gosh. Was so fast. You're going to see it tonight.
Everywhere else is at 80 miles an hour.
Well, even at 80 miles an hour, you're not going to survive that one.
No, not at all.
Unless, how's the only way you would survive that?
If your brakes worked?
That would be one way. Or how about if something buffered the crash, like a bush?
Yeah, that's true.
How about, or like the sidewalk? But here's what happened in that case. The car was going so fast, it hit the sidewalk and became airborne. You're going to hear it. You're not going to see it. You're going to hear it. You're going to hear the car going airborne and crash. Okay? You're going to hear that. And it's a sound you won't forget. The other thing is, when she crashed into this person's house, that helped break. Luckily, there was nobody there. Luckily, the people were at work. Thank God they were at work. Because that whoever was in that house that morning would have been dead. But whoever lived there was at work. So nobody was home. And that car went right through the living room.
And I think they said that they had pets, but the pets were so far in the back of the house that luckily
they never touched the pets.
No, thank God. Yep.
Yeah. The pets were in another part of the house, almost like in another room, really.
Yeah.
You're going to see this, and you're going to see the house, and you're going to see the aftermath. Let's take a look at what really happened to Anne Heche. So, was it a car accident or something else? Amelia, what do you think? Was it a car accident or something else? Did somebody want her dead?
I believe it was something else. Somebody wanted her dead because this is not the first time it's happened.
What if I told you that there was an Ellen DeGeneres connection here?
I would believe it.
What if I told you I have video of Ellen?
I would believe it.
What if I told you that Ellen don't want to talk about it?
That would be true.
Yeah.
That would be 100% true.
By the way, Twitch, Anne Heche, and two of Ellen's former producers are all dead. The only common denominator is that they all knew Ellen.
Jeez.
So, is Ellen sacrificing people for the Illuminati?
I would believe 100%.
She's a card-carrying member of the Illuminati,
Oh, wow.
Let's watch this.
As we continue to learn new developments into that car crash in Los Angeles, and as the driver by TMZ and Fox 11 out there in Los Angeles identified as Anne Heche. Let's take a look one more time at that video that we saw earlier this afternoon of a car going into a house taking place there out in Mar Vista.
House of Preston, and car slammed.
As we can see the helicopter video there of the car in the house, you can see firefighters on the scene there taking that car out from the house. Fox 11 in Los Angeles said the driver went into that house and sparked a fire. Firefighters were on the scene just before 11 a.m.
And for those of you that are listening on radio, what we're looking at is the car driven by actress Anne Heche. Amelia, that car is burnt to a crisp.
It is very. You couldn't even tell it was a car.
Let me tell you what happened, how they got her out of there. One of the neighbors went into that car. They went into the car. A guy found that the back door was open. You know how the back of those cars, they open up like kind of like doors, they open outward. Okay, that kind of that's called a Mini Cooper. That car, and it's got doors on the back that open up like kind of like the front door. They open
right.
Up, right?
Oh yeah, like this. They open like a
And so the guy went in there. He opened it up and he went in the car to make sure she was okay. And she said, no, I'm not. So she was talking to him, which was good because she's alive at this point. And she's telling him, get me out. It hurts. Okay. And then she starts to say something else, and he doesn't quite hear it. But you're going to hear what he says in a little bit. But watch this.
On the West Coast, a car, a Mini Cooper, you can see there, went through the house, causing a massive fire. Within an hour, the firefighters, LAFD, had eventually pulled the car out of your home. You can see it was towed out of the home there. Firefighters still looking in the car to find possible survivors. The driver was rescued, as you'll see in this next little clip.
Interesting what he said. He said the driver was rescued. Okay? Keep that in mind, Amelia, because you're going to hear some very interesting inconsistencies. Let's watch.
We're going to transition to real quick. They were taken to the hospital, as you can see there, in a hurry to...
This is something that everybody needs to see. Okay? I want to describe this for the radio audience. We're looking at the body of Anne Heche on a stretcher. It is bound at the legs and at the chest. Now, these firemen are moving this...
Get out of that car that crashed into that home. They were worried about the structural damage of that home as it was built in the 1950s. And you can see the house give way a little bit there in the house. So they were concerned about that and also concerned about the person.
Now, Amelia, do you see how far it was? And there's the house all the way at the top of the screen. Look where they're taking her. All the way down to the ambulance at the bottom of the screen. Let's watch.
The driver who was identified as Anne Heche. You probably know the name from TV and movies. From 6 Days, 7 Nights, Donnie Brasco, Wag the Dog, Volcano, a bunch of movies. And there is a dramatic...
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Go ahead, tell everybody what you saw.
She just jumped out of the ambulance at the top of the gurney.
She jumped up out of the gurney.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to see it again?
Yeah, but
let's see it again. Watch. Because it's amazing, right?
Identified as Anne Heche. You probably know the name from TV and movies, from 6 Days, 7 Nights, Donnie Brasco, Wag the Dog, Volcano, a bunch of movies. And there is a...
Now, she's trying, watch this, she's trying to get up. The fireman over there is pushing her back down. I want people to look at something. It looks like she has no clothes on. She's wearing a tank top.
Yes.
You're going to see that tank top again in a minute. Because she was wearing a white tank top. And she took a picture with someone wearing that white tank top. But let's just watch.
Dramatic moment there just before being put
You're going to see that from a couple different angles
to the hospital. That driver was identified as Anne Heche.
Watch
you
it
can see
again,
we slowed it down a little bit for you as firefighters were trying to help this woman.
Did you notice something when she sat up?
She had been trying to jump out of that gurney, like if she had just wanted to walk off.
Yeah, but did you notice anything as she sat up? Take a look again. It's really, really important. Just watch.
And movies from 6 Days, 7 Nights, Donnie Brasco, Wag the Dog, Volcano, a bunch of movies. And are in the house, you can see fire.
Okay. What I wanted you to see is right here.
You heard just me say a little bit ago, they were trying to put that out. Of course, we are still trying to track down some details on how that happened and why it happened, and an update on Anne Heche as well. But the details right now, Fox 11 out there in Los Angeles identified.
Too strapped in.
They have her covered completely up like she's dead.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going to ask you. Why? How in the world has she have gotten out of that when she was?
Because they thought she was dead when they took her out of the car.
And that's what I thought too.
This is what everybody went nuts over. Watch.
Exactly.
Stop. Just watch.
is on the gurney and tries to get up before going.
Mm-hmm.
She's trying to get out.
Mm-hmm.
She's not dead.
She's not
dead. They had
dead.
her strapped down like she was dead.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted to get off.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, she was mindful enough to know where she was at.
Yes.
But if you look at her forehead and her face, she was completely burnt in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Look at her hair. Her hair is burnt. Look.
Yes.
Watch, Neil.
Actress, it was sparked a fire, and they pulled her out from the vehicle after pulling the car out from the house.
You got to watch
and they tried
carefully.
to get her the medical attention she needed as she went to the hospital. You can see again one more time. She is on the gurney there, and
watch. I'm going to play it slow for you. Okay? Watch.
Mm-hmm.
And tries to get up.
See that?
Before going in the ambulance, but firefighters get her in the ambulance and take her to a nearby hospital. Just this afternoon in Mar Vista, in Los Angeles, and this is, of course, courtesy Fox 11, the helicopter there, as they were on the scene throughout this.
Yeah,
somebody said that people that are in shock react that way.
Yes. Yes, they said that 12% of her body was burnt.
Yes. And you can see a bit of it there.
Mm-hmm.
The shirt that she was wearing, that white tank top, was actually fused to her body.
Oh.
Yeah, that's where I'm going with this.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I say, you see that? People thought she was naked. She was not naked. She had a white, it was a white tank top. But it became one because she was burnt so severely. It fused to her body. Watch this.
Ordeal as they were there trying to get the car out, also putting out a fire. So doing a lot of different things.
Now, Amelia, let's talk about this as we're watching this. When did you become aware that this happened?
I think it was I was at work, and all of a sudden they said, Anne Heche, something happened to Anne Heche. We were like, what happened? What happened? So we all got on our computer, and that's when they showed that news release like that, and we're all like watching. We're like, wait a minute, something's going on here. She's not dead, because all of a sudden, you know, how she had come out of the gurney like that. And I thought, why are they doing that, showing her as dead? And then we all saw that, and like, somebody that's dead is not going to come out of a gurney like that.
Yeah. Well, not necessarily. I was just going to tell you, I found out that people will do that when they're in shock. Because a lot of people don't know where I think she knew where she was.
Exactly.
But a lot of people don't, and they just will lunge out of a reaction.
Right.
Because that's what you do.
And it's, according to that, that's like the third time that's happened. And to me, like you were saying, the Ellen angle, and I think this was
don't get too far ahead of the game there, kiddo. I know where you're going with that.
And I think this was unfortunately the time that this happened to her.
And I think you're right. And not only do I think you're right, but I want you to watch. Can you see this, Neil?
Yes.
Okay, watch this. I want you to listen.
Others, I think, is the beginning of a question that had not been asked to me and has not been asked until this moment. Timing is everything, and all I am here to do is embrace the fact that it's time to tell the truth.
So why did you break up with her?
I want
the details right now
I want to do this again here because it's really important. And let me read the captions here. This is Anne Heche's last words about Ellen DeGeneres before her death. This was done the day before the accident. The day before. Okay? Watch. A lot happened the day before. She did a radio interview with her friend. The woman that's interviewing her happens to be her girlfriend. They do a show together. They do a podcast. Okay? Let's listen.
Beginning of a question that had not been asked to me and has not been asked until this moment. Timing is everything, and all I am here to do is embrace the fact that it's time to tell the truth.
So why did you break up with Ellen?
Well, I think you know the answer to that question. I think we could probably whittle it down to one thing. If we live in loving kindness, and that is my destination and my dream for us all, I would say that was not her goal.
But that was her banner, which she led with.
Listen, when you want to steal somebody else's language, the problem is you hit a wall. Because the language...
It's interesting. Did you hear what she said?
Mm-hmm. When you want to steal somebody's language, you hit a wall.
She hit the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? She hit the wall.
Yeah.
Watch. A lot of stuff you got to put one and one together. Watch.
Oh, yes.
Language is enough to...
Do the math, Amelia.
Oh, yeah.
Drive you forth. Its purposing was enough to give her power. And the reality is, if you are not on a conscious conversation and communication with the universe and its truth, you hit a wall because you can only get furthered if your intelligence and your heart meet. And unfortunately, that she did not greet.
So after the sad loss of Anne Heche, her ex-girlfriend Ellen DeGeneres will not be attending Anne Heche's funeral.
Now, question.
Mm-hmm.
If you love this person the way you tell everybody that you loved her, wouldn't you want to go to her funeral and
pay your last respect?
Say your respects and pay your respects to her family?
Oh, yeah, if you did, but
if you don't go, doesn't that make you kind of like guilty?
Oh, yeah, and a controlling bitch, like you were pretty much saying that she was.
She is a controlling, maniacal, ego-driven, egotistical megalomaniac.
Mm-hmm.
Ellen DeGeneres is absolutely out of control, up to her eyeballs in the Illuminati,
mm-hmm.
and the Hollywood pervert movement.
Mm-hmm.
She's into the whole pedophilia thing.
Yeah.
She likes young little girls.
Mm-hmm.
Watch. An insider divulged. Actually, Anne's funeral will be this week and Ellen will not be invited. It's just close family of friends and it will be a small and private function.
I want you to really, folks, I want you to watch. You're going to see the actual video of Anne Heche's car. I want you to notice, just how fast this car is moving. Amelia, watch. Keep an eye on it, because it's quick. You're going to see it a couple times, though.
A small and private function.
Oh.
Did you hear it?
I sure did.
Did you hear the crash?
Yes.
That car, just let me give you some, I want to give you a little perspective of where we are and where the car crashed. From this frame here to the time you heard the crash was 2.5 blocks away.
Oh my gosh.
That car was moving at 105 miles an hour. Let's watch again. Okay? Watch. Listen.
Oh.
This is the house.
Oh, God.
Read that. Amelia, you read that.
Okay, it says, let's see here. She is expected to pull through, an ex-boyfriend said. Oh my gosh.
Okay. She's expected to pull through. She is as much damage as was done. She was still able, they were still able to get her out, get her to the hospital, get her to the burn unit. Thank God that hospital had a burn unit. And she was listed in stable condition.
Yeah, they did a couple skin grafts from what I understand as well.
Right?
Then
all of a sudden, she died.
Yeah.
Here's the thing that people don't know. Where's her phone? What happened to her phone? So what happened to her phone, Lillian?
Yeah, exactly. Where is it? Where?
No, I'm asking you a question. I don't want you to parrot
Nobody knows. Nobody knows what happened to her phone.
I want you to tell me what you think happened to her phone.
It was maybe it was found and destroyed, I would think. Nobody knows what happened to her phone. Nobody knows what happened to any of her purse or belongings. They couldn't find them.
You just went there. You just went there. That's what I was looking for. Her phone is with her belongings, and nobody knows where they're at.
Yep.
Okay.
And nobody did investigation on her car that they could try. Maybe her brakes. Nobody checked none of that they could try.
Well, they investigated the car. They did investigate the car and found the brakes to be intact.
I don't buy it.
Well, that's the official version. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I don't buy it.
I would say it would be very, very difficult to convince me. Just by what I saw, and you're going to see that car again traveling at that crazy rate of speed. But watch where we're. I just want just look. Okay, just watch. Heche was pulled from the vehicle and taken to the hospital with critical injuries. Okay, we know that. Now you're going to see something. Listen to her voice.
And how much creativity from all departments. It would be a shame for me to see anybody other than.
Do you notice there's something unusual there?
Yeah, she's slurring her words very badly.
Big time. Yeah. And she's not high, folks.
No.
She's drunk. She was a drinker. She wasn't known as a pill popper or a cokehead. She was a drinker. That was her drug of choice, was alcohol.
Yeah.
Let's just follow this, okay? Let's just follow it. You and I aren't going to say anything, Amelia. We're going to at the end of this, we'll talk.
Extraordinary.
You did awesome when you danced.
Thank you. I enjoyed dancing on that show. Oh my gosh, I learned so much. Keo, my partner, my king, incredible. It was an incredible time for me.
Awesome.
Now that's just. I mean, but it will have a different.
Oh, it doesn't work.
Of course.
There's her girlfriend.
Well, every pen makes you feel it. You pay attention to the pen. Alec Baldwin gave me a pen. The most closest pen I've ever had. Pens mean something. Also, I'm talking about a very good friend of mine, someone who I consider one of my closest friends in Long Island. You know, I'm single.
So it's pretty clear that she's whacked out of her mind. That she's been drinking. She went to a party. It was it was a gallery opening. She was there. You saw her girlfriend there in the corner with her cell phone, videotaping.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So she was there with her girlfriend, her new girlfriend. And that's fine. But I think the girlfriend, well, first of all, the girlfriend was responsible because she was driving. But, and that's what she's waiting here. She's waiting for her friend to pick her up. But she's outside talking to reporters completely blotto. But listen to her.
So people were saying that you were dating her.
Oh, yeah.
New details are emerging about Anne Heche's morning before that fiery car crash left her in critical condition with severe burns.
Or I see she was in a crash and I'm just like floored, like, oh my gosh, I'm praying, like, I hope she's okay. I hope she's okay.
Richard Glass.
Okay. I want you to take notice of this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He has never changed his story. He stuck to the same story, and I believe him. He owns a wig shop. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
He does wigs and costumes and stuff like that. You're going to hear more from him. Just keep him in mind. His name's Richard Glass.
Glass owned Glass Hair Design in Venice Beach, and less than an hour before Anne crashed her car into a nearby house, she popped into his shop to buy a wig.
Oh, yes.
Discovered that it was Anne Heche, and from there she asked if she could purchase a red wig that was up top, and I said sure. And as I bring it down, I tell her that it's not cut or styled. She said she didn't care. She wanted it anyway. So from there, I bring it down. I tell her it's a little bit dusty. She says, no worry, just sell me some shampoo and conditioner. It was just so random, so random.
Right now, the LAPD is...
Okay, let's back up.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what you garnered from that conversation, or that dialogue, I should say.
She was wanting a wig for disguise for something.
That's what everybody else is saying.
Mm-hmm.
I said the same thing. She's looking for a red wig.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? A red wig. She doesn't care if it's cut and styled. She doesn't care that it's not been shampooed and conditioned. She doesn't care because if when you see what I'm about to show you, you'll understand why she doesn't care.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're going to see her in a way you've never seen her before.
Mm-hmm.
And you're about to see it now.
investigating Anne for misdemeanor DUI and hit and run. They're looking into what role drugs or alcohol.
Look at that car.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Look at that car.
I'm
That's
surprised
a
the
Mini
car
Cooper.
left.
It's about a $40,000 car. It's not an expensive car.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? It's about a $40,000 car. It's very, very popular with people.
Mm-hmm.
It's a small car. It's good on gas. There's one problem, though.
Mm-hmm.
When you hit something, you're going to know you hit it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a little car. So take a look.
Paul may have played in the collision. But Richard
see
says
that?
he didn't notice anything out of the ordinary about Anne during their encounter.
She wasn't speaking in cursive, you know.
Roll drugs or
Ron,
alcohol.
Listen to this. Very interesting what he says. I listened to every word, every syllable that came out of this man's mouth. Listen to him. Because you're going to pick something up.
May have played in the collision. But Richard says he didn't notice anything out of the ordinary about Anne during their encounter.
She wasn't speaking in cursive. You know, I say that, you know, if people are impaired, you know, they speak in cursive because it's like you're...
Did you hear what he said?
Yeah,
she wasn't speaking in cursive.
So she wasn't.
I've
impaired.
never heard anybody refer to that before.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, he's saying she didn't seem, he didn't say she wasn't impaired.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't seem impaired.
Mm-hmm.
Let's listen to the rest.
Slurring your words. But she wasn't. She was very, very cordial, very personable, very polite. And, yeah, like the whole encounter was maybe 10 minutes. So it wasn't...
He's saying that she was in his shop for what, 10 minutes? Is that what he
10
said?
minutes, and she seemed normal. She didn't seem like she was impaired on any medication or alcohol.
That you would think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what?
Huge. But it was strange all the same and random.
The visit also...
This is the picture I want you to see. Look at her. Look at her.
Yeah, she looks different, though. Something about her is off.
You know why?
Mm-hmm.
She's not wearing a stitch of makeup.
Yeah.
Not one stitch, not even lipstick.
And it's not like her to go out in public like that.
Bingo. Bingo.
Mm-hmm.
You just nailed it.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping you had it in you, and I knew you did.
Yep.
Here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
What is she? Amelia, what does she do for a living? What is she?
Oh, she's an actress.
She's an actress.
Yeah, you go
Stop.
out. Yeah.
Hold on, stop. She's an actress. What else is she? She's a public figure?
Yes.
Okay. She's recognizable? Yes? People know who she is?
Yes.
Okay. She's looking like this. Why? Because she doesn't want anybody to know who she is. Thank you. You're seeing her. She's holding the red wig that she was asking Richard Glass about. She's holding the wig. Okay? Why does she need a red wig? She's got beautiful blonde hair.
She doesn't want to be recognized. She wants to hide who she is. She wants to be in disguise.
I want you to look at her hair too. Okay? Remember what her hair looks like. Remember what it looked like when she popped up on the gurney. The same hair, except the whole right side of her face was missing hair because it was burned off.
Seemed pretty pleasant. Check out this selfie Richard snapped with the actress and her new hair.
There was just a coupling of my face. She told me how beautiful I was, and had we worked together? And I said, no, we hadn't, but I'm available for you. You let me know. Sure. I took a photo with her, and from there, she left and, went about her day.
It was about 20 minutes later that Anne crashed. Richard found out about the accident.
20 minutes later. So let me ask you a question. What happened from the time she left his wig shop and costume shop to the time she drove her car through this poor guy's house? What happened?
Well, that is a good question. Where would she have gone?
Well, I'm asking you. It's a good question. Thank you, but I'm asking you.
She could have
I want an answer from you.
She could have gone somewhere where she didn't want to be recognized and get something. No. You're a woman. You're listen to me. I have to remind you every now and then. You're a woman. Okay? Forget that you're a reporter. You're a woman. I need to ask you, as a woman, what could happen that would cause her to jump in her car and fly 100 miles an hour? Where was she going, and then why was she in a hurry? What happened? What are the one or two things that would make a woman do that? Maybe she was trying to run away from something. Maybe.
How about I got one for you?
Okay.
How about somebody she knew was in trouble?
Yeah, could be.
How about somebody she knew she was in trouble and she was rushing to get to them? Number one. How about, wait, all right, I'm going to save you some time. How about somebody called her on the phone and upset her terribly? Okay? The last phone call that Twitch received was from Ellen.
Wow.
An hour later, he killed himself. Okay? What if the last phone call was from Ellen and she drove her fucking car through somebody said, what if she couldn't stop that car?
Exactly.
I don't buy the brakes being good on it. I think somebody cut the fucking brake line.
I think so too. And she got that. She was probably getting that wig to get back at Ellen somehow. That's what I'm thinking.
Watch it.
Through social media just after posting that photo.
I hear my alert go off, and from there, I hear or I see she was in a crash, and I'm just like floored, like, oh my gosh, I'm praying, like, I hope she's okay. I hope she's.
Can I ask you a question? Does he seem like a little over dramatic at this point?
Yes, he does. Like somebody's telling him what to say.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yep, I knew you had it in you.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay.
Just when somebody does too much of this, that's when somebody's telling you what to say.
Yeah, he looks like he's like, it almost looks like he's trying too hard. That's what it seemed like to me. He looks like he's trying to. Let's take a listen.
Okay, I was just floored, and just praying
I
for her
watched
safety,
this thing
and everyone
4 times,
involved.
5 times.
On Monday, Anne's rep told ET she's in a coma and has not regained consciousness since shortly after the accident.
Now, look at her.
That does not seem like somebody would be in a coma. That, to me, no.
But again, wait a minute now. From a medical standpoint, people, and you can check this out, check out with the doctors. From a medical standpoint, she could have been in a great deal of shock. And this is how your body reacts. It doesn't know that it's doing this. I have a feeling, though. I just got this gut feeling, that she knows what's going on.
I have 100% feeling she knows what's going on.
I believe that.
Anne is in extremely critical condition. She has a significant pulmonary injury requiring mechanical ventilation and burns that require surgical intervention.
We can verify that because we saw the burns.
Yes.
We saw that. Look at her there with makeup, with lipstick, with her hair done.
All done, and yes.
Okay? Then remember the picture that he took with her.
Yeah.
She doesn't look like the same person.
No, it does not.
And maybe that's what she was going for. She bought a wig because she was on her way somewhere to do something. That's my gut tells me she was on her way to confront somebody.
Yes.
Learned that Anne has since been moved to a burn center in West Hills.
The only message that I have for Anne is her speedy recovery and healthy heart and healthy mind.
That's like two different people.
Doesn't look two exactly. It looks like two different people.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Something ain't right. Something ain't right.
And to me, I think the person she was going to confront was Ellen. He said to leave her alone, to let her live her life, something like that.
Yeah.
I have that feeling. And as far as her being in a coma, I think it was they put her in the coma to maybe help her get better, but something happened since something went wrong on their end.
Yeah, let's talk about that because this is a case we got to talk about.
Oh, yes.
So you saw the video. You heard from her own lips. You heard.
Yes.
You heard from people who knew her, who saw her, who talked to her as little as 15 minutes, 20 minutes before the accident. That's not a long time.
That is not a long time.
So, think about this. From the wig shop to where she crashed, 15, 20 minutes tops. Okay? Here's the question. She was going over 100 miles an hour. Okay? You can hear me? I can't hear you now, yo. What the heck happened?
Okay, to be honest with you, I think that something happened between those 10 minutes that she was in that shop.
Yeah.
That they had time to do something to her brakes.
I will not disagree with you. In fact, I think it's highly probable and very likely. The other thing is, in that 15 or 20 minute time, and it was just a very short time.
Right, exactly.
I really, really believe that she went into that wig shop purposely to buy a disguise.
Yes.
I think she purposely did not put makeup on.
She did not.
In fact, the only reason that Richard Glass knew who she was is because he's an actor too.
I think so, because she says, have we worked together? Anything like that.
Exactly.
She had to have known him from somewhere.
There you go. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
She asked him, have we worked together?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
No, but he said, no, but I'm available.
Mm-hmm.
That tells me he's an actor.
Exactly.
And then when I looked him up, guess what it says?
He's an actor.
Wig shop owner, actor.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Yeah, exactly.
Because, you know why? Because everybody in L.A. is an actor. They're all in the, even people waiting tables. They're actors and actresses. They're waiting for their break. Here's the deal. Very simple.
Mm-hmm.
Something happened to that poor woman that drove her
Mm-hmm.
to the edge. Her girlfriend doesn't know what happened. Doesn't know at all. Can't explain what happened. So how are we supposed to?
I think it has the makings for another show. I think we should look into this.
I think that, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
That's probably going to be a two-parter like the Bob Saget.
I think so too.
Speaking of Bob Saget, we will be with Bob. You know what?
Uh-huh.
I completely missed my commercial. Oh, my God.
Oh, no.
Amelia, you realize it's 8:15 and I haven't done our commercial yet?
We need to do that commercial.
Right?
Do you have sweaty balls? Or volleyball netty balls? It's time to make them ready balls. The Manscaped.com Lawnmower 3.0 will do the job and clean your knob with its patented no-nick head, so your head will function as desired. Enter promo code Wrestling Future for a generous 20% discount. That's enter Wrestling Future for a 20% discount. Manscaped.com and Wrestling with the Future, going balls to the walls with Manscaped.com and the Lawnmower 3.0. Your balls will thank you, and so will we. What's Buzz Podcast wants to welcome Radioactive FM 88.6 in Wellington, New Zealand, Radio Perth, Australia, and RTL Radio 102.5 in Milan, Italy. Welcome aboard, and welcome to the Buzz.
We are back.
Yes. I can't believe we missed that commercial.
Well, I can't believe it either because you're pretty on the ball. And you you had a brain fart tonight. You just went, huh?
I think it was too, that crash, like you said, it was just like the way it just hit.
Yeah, you know what happened? We got so wrapped up in Anne Heche that we forgot. We honestly did. We just forgot. Sorry, Manscaped, we forgot.
Like you said, that crash was just so intense, and the way we heard it, just like, oh my God, I just could not believe
it. The fact that you could hear, you could hear how loud that crash was. They said that her car hit the sidewalk. People that saw it, they said, because if you looked at the video, there were people around.
Oh my God.
The neighbors, the neighbors and stuff. The problem was that she hit the sidewalk. See, here's the way it is. I'm going to describe it to you. You've got a street in the middle, okay? And it goes this way. Then you've got another street that goes this way. And on that street that goes horizontal, it's lined with houses. There's no other street there, okay? So if you don't turn the corner, you're going to go through somebody's house. And that's what she did. She was going so fast, she couldn't turn. I don't think she had control of her car.
I don't think so either, because of the way they said it plowed into the house like that.
I think somebody cut her brakes. I think somebody killed her. I think somebody knew what they were doing. And I think that Ellen DeGeneres has a lot of explaining to do.
Yeah, and it wasn't the first time.
I think she's got a lot of explaining to do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because it's a mess. It's all kinds of nasty. And, of course, now let's talk a little bit about Bob Saget. No, we did the Bob Saget show.
We still, I mean, the way, like you were saying, that he was here, in Florida, and to me, when you travel with somebody, when you travel to a show, you're not going to travel by yourself, no matter what it is.
Yeah, I mentioned that during the first show. I said, I've been in this business a long time. I've been in show business a long time. I've never gone anywhere without either an agent or a manager.
Right, and you promoted people, right?
Even this. Even when I was managing bands, I would travel with the band to make sure their hotel was right, to make sure the stage was set up, they have their equipment, all of the stuff you're supposed to do as a manager. But you're a manager means you manage them.
Right, and you make sure they have everything before the show, all the food or the snacks, right, before the show, right?
Exactly, make sure they got what they want, or little, they like particular kind of water. They like a particular kind of soda or a beer. Little snacks that they like. Put them in the dressing room. After the show, before the show, and have a little something. After the show, they go back to the dressing room and have a little something to eat. That's all that kind of stuff is what you do.
Right.
His manager was nowhere to be found.
That's kind of strange to me.
That's odd. Don't tell me. You're not going to tell me Bob Saget took a plane to Florida and took care of all of his stuff himself. I don't buy it. I'm sorry, I don't buy it. It just did not happen that way.
No.
And I want to prove it to you. Because since the show, Amelia, that we did, new information has come to light. I want to take this time to say thank you to the Vice Network, Vice TV, for the use of this clip. We thank you and we give you the credit you deserve. This is Bob Saget, the story of Bob Saget. So Bob Saget, was he America's dad, a victim of a tragic slip and fall? Or was he beaten to death? Amelia, what do you think?
I think he was beaten to death, what all the evidence shows to me.
Let's take a look. Bob Saget.
Bob Saget's death, while tragic, was really suspicious because of the injuries that he sustained.
It's clear the official narrative doesn't tell the whole story.
Less than 24 hours before his death, Saget was doing what he loved most, performing in front of a packed crowd just outside of Jacksonville, Florida. When someone dies mysteriously and unexpectedly, police get involved. After Saget's death, Orange County, Florida detectives questioned an assistant at the concert hall where Saget last performed. She was in close contact with him before his last show.
He came out very energetic. He was very much entertaining the crowd.
According to the assistant and the audience, Saget seemed to be in good spirits and health. After his last show, in what would be his final tweet before his death, he posts this photo on Instagram and Twitter with the caption, "Love tonight's show. I had no idea I did a 2-hour set tonight. I'm happily addicted again to this shit."
Wait just a minute. What did he just say? Play that again. I want to make sure I heard that right. Let's play it again.
His death, he posts this photo on Instagram and Twitter with the caption, "Love tonight's show. I had no idea I did a 2-hour set tonight. I'm happily addicted again to this shit."
Okay, let us talk. When I saw that, my red flag went up. Because, you know why? Tell me why.
Because he's on the medications that he was on.
Not only that, but Bob Saget did have an addiction problem. And he used to call it his happy shit. So the wording of this was interesting to me. I'm happily addicted again to this shit. Addicted again. That was key for me. Is he saying he's happily addicted to performing, or he's happily addicted to feeling the way he wants to feel? Because I want you to read this along with me. Mm-hmm. I had no idea. Yeah. I did a 2-hour set tonight.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You're on stage for 2 hours. For 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
When you're used to being on stage for an hour and 20 minutes.
Right.
Okay? You're going to tell me that you don't know that you're on stage for 2 hours?
You're gonna know you're on stage for 2 hours.
You would have to know.
Mm-hmm.
The giveaway would be, I'm thirsty, I'm hungry,
or I'm
tired,
hungry.
My legs hurt.
Growling. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I need to sit down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but did you ever wonder why rock bands can do a 2-3 hour concert and never sit down? Because they're on so much shit to keep them, to keep them up, pumped up. Okay? Think about that.
Yeah, they're on something at least, yeah.
Yeah, uppers, coke, speed, all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
Okay? Think about the crap that a rock band takes to keep them at performance level.
Mm-hmm.
And then think about a comedian standing on stage for 2 hours. I didn't realize that he had 2 hours worth of jokes in him. Unless the audience was so good, he was just improvising. Because a good comedian can do that.
Oh, yeah.
But let's listen to the rest of this.
Eyewitnesses attest that in the minutes...
By the way, what you're looking at right here was taken after the show. This is after the show. This is like 11:30 at night, somewhere around there. You're seeing an old guy come up with his camera, taking a selfie with Bob. Okay? You're going to see other people do that too. Take a look.
And hours prior to his unexpected death, Saget appears to be happy and healthy when he arrives back at the Orlando Ritz in the early hours of January 9th.
What's going on there?
We have a...
You're good. This is the actual 911 call. We've never heard this before. The Florida just released it. So let's take a listen. Now, Amelia, you know what a 911 call sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I want you to listen to this 911 call. I should tell everybody, Amelia works in the medical profession, so she's used to this kind of stuff. You listen to this 911 call. You tell me what's missing.
We have an unresponsive guest in a room. My officer is telling me that there's no pulse.
Okay. Non-responsive, not breathing?
Yes. Not responsive, not breathing, and no pulse.
Okay, stay on the line for medical. 1 moment.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, well, first of all, you should be going to the person to say you need to give them CPR or mouth-to-mouth for one.
Thank you. That's the 911 operator. I've never heard a 911 call so blasé.
I would be like, go give him CPR. Yeah.
Here's the one thing that nobody ever mentioned. He's a celebrity.
Yeah, they were supposed to say what room and where and where.
Okay, so here's the thing. I got a question here.
Mm-hmm.
You're hearing this guy, a Hispanic security officer. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, granted, I will give this to you that he's not trained in medical. I'll give that to you. He's a security guy. He's not a police officer. He's a security officer. So I get that. He's, certain things that are out of his power. Okay. And so, as we're listening, I'm hearing him say, he's got no pulse. He's not breathing. He's unresponsive. At no time did the 911 operator say, I'll have an ambulance on the way. Not one time.
Not one time.
Not one time. Okay, listen. Just listen.
He doesn't have a pulse. He's not moving. He's not breathing. He's pale.
Okay. Do you know how long he's been that way?
I have no idea, sir. We just got a call to come do a wellness check.
Please tell me exactly why it looks like he's dead.
So he's not breathing. He's not moving. And I don't know how. His skin is yellowish. No pulse. He's cold. Super cold.
Is he also stiff?
Yes.
Okay. Or do you think he's beyond any help?
Yes.
What did you notice about that?
That they pretty much didn't even ask him, say, can you go by there to see if he's breathing, touch, or even his heartbeat or anything. They didn't even ask who he was or anything like that, or how long was there another call or anything like that.
I'll tell you what I noticed. None of that.
Yeah.
Here's what I noticed. The security officer at the hotel is on the phone talking to the police. Okay? Two people, all right? The security guy and the police officer. At the end of the call, you hear 3 voices, not 2. Would you like to hear them again?
Yeah,
Listen to them again.
Yellowish. No pulse.
By the way, I've never heard of anybody being described as yellowish.
Yeah, I know.
When they die. I've always heard them described as blue.
Blue, right, with purple lips or something.
Or purple, yeah. Okay? Yellowish, that's interesting. And we read that in the report, too, you and I.
Yeah, that's like...
Okay, listen to this.
He's cold, super cold.
Is he also stiff?
Yes.
Okay. Or do you think he's beyond any help?
Yes.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
Okay? There's 2 people answering yes. I'm glad you heard that.
Actor 58 Rescue 54, Medical Echo 4012 Central Florida Parkway, between South Downtown Parkway and Creekview Preserve Drive. It's going to be at the Ritz-Carlton. Patient will be in room 962. It's going to be for a male patient. Callers advising it's an obvious death, stating a security officer found a guest not breathing, no pulse. Call taker still in line, getting further at 1612.
I just noticed that it was open.
You're going to see something for the first time you've not seen before. You're going to see the inside of the room, the whole room, where Bob Saget died. This is the actual room where he died. Let's watch.
Housekeeping.
What do you notice so far?
There's 2 bottled waters in the front, and it's all clean.
There's 2 bottles of water sitting on the front as soon as you walk in the door. You're absolutely right. Yep. Continue. Watch. So we know he didn't drink any water.
Yeah, and it looks too clean, like nobody slept there.
Oh, wait. Watch. What have you noticed so far?
That looks like 2 people would have been in that bed.
Yeah, but guess what? It's a double room.
It's a double
with
room.
an adjoining door, and the door is open.
Yeah, the door.
And it looks like there were people in both beds.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I noticed right away.
Yeah, and supposedly that the beginning from that other report, that door was locked.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
you want to see if it is? Let's take a look. Watch.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let's take a look, Neil.
Mm-hmm. In the other report, I mean, when we read it before, it was
Well,
locked.
you're going to see. You're going to see if it's locked or not.
Mm-hmm.
It is bedroom number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right.
There's bedroom number 2.
But it's not locked.
It's not. Mm-hmm. By the way, I don't know if you noticed that other bed,
mm-hmm.
but it's a fold-away bed.
Yeah,
Look
it's one
at
of those. Yeah.
I wanted you to see that. That's why I put this video up there. I wanted you to see that it's a fold-away bed.
Yeah, it's one of those that they bring extra with.
Yeah, so somebody was laying on it because obviously the pillows are messed up.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like somebody was laying on it. Well, you could see where somebody, they either laid on it or they laid across it or sat on it.
Waited for
Point is that the
him.
bed is messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Look at it. Yeah, look, the pillows are all messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that would be, I would say, like the living room suite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, something just to like relax and.
Yeah, and there's a television there.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the bedroom. That's the bed he died on. The actual bed he died on. There's more water on the nightstand. There's water there too. There's the window.
Yeah.
You want to see the bathroom. That's the videographer. Here you go. Now we talked about this. Tell me what you're noticing about what you see.
There's no shower curtain, of course.
No, listen. Forget the shower curtain.
No, I mean the tub's right there. Of course, it looks too neat. There's nothing.
It's a glass shower. You don't need a shower curtain.
Yeah.
But what are you noticing about it?
It's too clean. It's
no. It's all ceramic.
Yeah, it's all ceramic.
It's all hard. It's all hard. The other thing.
Oh yeah, and the toilet's separate from everything.
How far? How far is how far is the carpeting from that bathroom?
A few, like a steps, like I don't know, 10 steps.
Yeah, a few steps.
And then if you go to the bathroom from the bedroom, it's like a lot of steps. So it's
a different room completely. Yeah,
exactly. So that doesn't make sense to me.
Because it's on the opposite side. That struck out to me too. I'm glad you noticed that.
Yeah, because he had to walk this way. He had to walk at an angle to get to the room.
We know that when he was there, he came into the room. He did not shower because it was dry. The floor was dry. He didn't slip on anything wet because there wasn't anything wet.
Right.
Either. The only thing I can think of is somebody was there waiting for him and beat the fuck out of him. Number one. Or number two. He got dizzy. He was taking medicine. He got dizzy. He fell and whacked his head.
Yep.
But not so fast, Neil.
No.
Not so fast. I'm going to tell you why. Why? Tell me why. You tell me why.
Well, I mean, somebody had to have been there to share that bathroom with you, so I don't know. It just
because he died on the bed, not on the floor.
I don't know. It just says
I do, because that's what the police report says. That's what the autopsy report says.
Unless he was placed there.
There you go. I knew you had it in there. Once in a while, folks, she surprises me. Not often, but once in a while. Not often, but once in a while she comes up with a good one. And here's the thing, though. And it's important, though, because this really is the big deal. Because, America is one of America's most beloved, actors and comedians. He was called America's dad. People loved Bob Saget.
He did. I grew up watching him.
He was a nice person. He did clean humor. He didn't do dirty humor.
No, not at all.
He was never known as a dirty comedian. He always did clean stuff, but he was funny. So he didn't need to do dirty stuff just to get a laugh.
No, not at all.
Exactly. But the one thing, though, is that his wife told him, be careful. What she said, watch yourself. Be careful. Why would she tell him, be careful, watch yourself? This is why.
Or something.
This is why. If you're an entertainer, you never travel by yourself.
Exactly.
Never. Folks, I've been in this business a long time. Okay? Long time. I don't know anybody on any level of show business that books everything, that does everything themselves.
No,
Nobody.
you have to have help. You have to have somebody to help.
There's only one person today that I know of. You're going to laugh when I tell you. But we're going to talk about his brother tomorrow. Jermaine Jackson, Michael Jackson's brother, Jermaine Jackson, is the only performer I know today that does his own booking, that books his own travel, that books his own hotel room. He does it all himself. You know why? Because he's so paranoid, he doesn't trust anyone. No one.
Yeah.
Jermaine doesn't trust anybody.
Yeah, because he wants to make sure also that it's done right and there's nobody peeking in behind another room, and he wants to make sure
Oh my God, please.
The room on each side is going to be empty. He wants to make sure all of that.
He's got to have empty rooms on either side. And he, you know what he does? He buys the room.
Oh, he'll make sure. And then the car's got to be a certain car. And
you know what Elvis Presley used to do? You're going to shit. They used to buy the whole floor.
Or even the theater too, right? Even to watch a movie.
Yeah, even to watch movies, they would rent the whole theater. At 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. Because, Elvis was a night owl. He couldn't, he slept in the day, he was up on.
Yeah.
We'll do an Elvis tomorrow.
Yeah.
But you understand what we're saying.
Marilyn Monroe and Michael Jackson tomorrow.
Yeah, Marilyn, and more information on that one. But, yeah, interesting. Wow, we did almost a 2-hour show tonight.
We had a lot to cover.
Wow, a 2-hour show.
We had a lot to cover, and I think we still have a lot more with Anne Heche to cover.
We have more to cover. Keeping you on track with half the show tonight. Oh my God, you had a long day at work because your brain went south on you today. Like, Amelia, what the heck happened with you tonight? Holy crap!
I had a lot to cover with Anne Heche because I think there was a lot more to cover with her. Her death is still alive.
I'll tell you what I would like to do. I would really like to bring in. Oh, I would love to bring in a medical examiner.
Yeah, I want to do a show about a medical examiner to see.
You work in You work in the medical profession. Do you know, and I want to ask you on the air, do you know any nurses that would come on the air with us? Or a medical examiner that would?
I don't have any medical examiners like friends, but I can ask around to see if anybody would love to come on the air with us.
Would you do that?
Absolutely.
I would love to have that expertise on here.
Sure.
Because there's just so much about that case that just doesn't.
It doesn't add up to me.
It's not. It's not adding up. It just does not. It's not. What's the word? It's not meshing.
No, because
that's the word I'm looking for. It's not
especially
meshing.
this is the third time that this has happened to her. To me, that like they say, third time's the charm, but no, it doesn't add up to me.
No, and I don't know about the first two. What happened to the first two times?
There was another incident.
This is. I'll be honest with you. I've never heard this before.
Yeah, there was another incident where she had hit a car. It was like a hit and run. She didn't.
Oh, never mind. I know which one you're talking. Yeah. Okay.
And then there was another.
Yeah, but that was settled though.
Well,
right?
that was like a not intentional though. It didn't.
Right, but they settled it.
Well, not really, because they really couldn't determine it was her or not. But nothing really happened out of it. But it was out of her control that happened. Yeah,
but I thought they put that to bed. Is what I'm saying. I thought that it was done.
Kinda.
It's not. Is it? Let me ask you a question. To your knowledge, is it still an open investigation?
It was that way because it was a hit and run, because nothing ever happened to her. There was nobody investigated it any.
But nobody died.
No, nobody died.
No.
For some reason, her car just hit the other vehicles. For some reason.
Well, can you gather more information on that? I'd like to find out a little bit more about that.
Absolutely.
See what you can do. I would love to have a medical professional on. You work around doctors and nurses all day.
Yeah, I want to get their expertise on this and see what.
Yeah, I really would like that. Maybe we'll get the Dr. Rhonda on here.
Yeah.
I'd love to have Dr. Rhonda on. We're not going to tell you her last name, folks, because she's our secret.
Yeah.
By the way, speaking of our secret, Pastor Steve Pukowski will be joining us, I believe, next week or the week after for the Freedom of Speech episode. Pastor Steve, we want to send our well wishes out. Pastor Steve had a little incident Sunday night.
Everything?
Everything's okay, I guess. But what happened? Well, let me tell you what happened. Well, you want to tell me what happened?
No, you go ahead. You live a little bit closer to him, so.
What happened was after church on Sunday. The Pastor Steve has his church in the afternoon because he does music at another church in the morning. So at his church in the afternoon, they have church, and after church they have, a little something for everybody to eat. They have a little fellowship. They gather and they talk. They have a good time. So Sunday it rained like cats and dogs. I'm sorry. Saturday night it rained like cats and dogs here. It rained heavy and it was loud and thunder and lightning and it was a mess. Everything was just sloppy wet. Well, Sunday night after church I guess it was about 7 o'clock or so. Somewhere around maybe 7, 8 o'clock at night, the electrical wires fell from the telephone pole.
Oh, my goodness.
Right into his parking lot. Next to his church and his house. But thank God the electric was still on.
Wow.
But that was a good thing. The bad thing, though, is you got these live wires laying on the ground, and he's afraid to move, so he called the fire department. And then, of course, the fire department and the electric company had to come and they put the wires back up. But, listen, it's, God looking out for that little church, man. I'll tell you what, the devil's trying to play games, but you know what? Pardon the language, folks, but fuck the devil. He's got no power here.
That church is not going anywhere.
The devil's very predictable. He likes to use things that he knows you can't resist. He's going to use that to try to get you. Here's what I got to say to them.
Yep.
Go F yourself, okay?
Right.
I only dropped one F-bomb in the whole show.
Right.
Very you didn't even notice that, did you, you little shit? You didn't even notice that. Angela only dropped one F-bomb, okay? I'm trying to clean up my act over here.
Mm-hmm.
And you give me no credit, zero
You did
credit.
a great job. I'm so proud of you.
Now you applaud me. You know what? You. All right.
Oh.
Well, that made up for you being the dipshit tonight. You know I love you and just fucking you, John.
Yeah.
All right, listen. Tell everybody what we got tomorrow night. We got part 2, right?
Yes, we're going to be talking about Elvis and Marilyn Monroe, and we're also going to be talking of let's see, who
Michael.
Michael Jackson. See,
Michael.
Michael Jackson about their mysterious deaths.
Can I give you a little teaser tonight?
Yes.
I got a little teaser. I want to show everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Let me give you just a little tease.
Yes.
Of tomorrow night. So just bear with me here. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. I'm going to gather it. So where is it? Where is it? Michael, where are you?
You lost it.
No, he's in here somewhere. I got to find him. He's hiding behind Elvis and Marilyn. All right. I know I'll get him. I know he's in here. Hold on. I'll find him. Oh, he asked. All right, here it is. I found it. I found what I'm looking for. This was kind of shocking to me. There it is. I want you to take a look at this, because it's pretty shocking. This was taken by the paparazzi, Amelia.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're looking at the coroner's van pulling into the hospital, right?
Right.
They don't know they're being filmed.
Wow.
Again, this is from the paparazzi. I believe it was like TMZ or something.
Mm-hmm.
But check this out. Watch. That's Michael Jackson getting out of the back of the coroner's van.
That's a live Michael Jackson.
Thank you. You want to see it again? Watch. Here you go. And it's been verified. That's Michael. That's Michael.
Mm-hmm.
That's been verified.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the question that I have.
Mm-hmm.
Why is nobody talking about this?
Exactly. Who is the person that died? I mean, who was the one that they paid?
Well, there's the question.
Mm-hmm.
There's the question. And I have a little scoop.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to talk about tomorrow.
Ooh.
Okay?
You have to wait till tomorrow, folks.
You're going to have to wait for tomorrow. Because I got a connection to the Michael Jackson camp that I didn't even tell Pearl about. By the way, Pearl might get pissed off tomorrow, but I don't care. Okay? So, Pearl, sorry, babe. But you know what? You got your show, I got my show.
Exactly. We should
so, but I want to use I'm going to use Pearl's stuff
Mm-hmm.
to prove Pearl wrong.
Yeah, she was on our show, so you can't.
Here's what, can I tell you something? I'm just going to call her on the carpet.
Mm-hmm.
We had Pearl on the show, okay?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And we said to Pearl, do you believe Michael Jackson is alive?
Right.
She said, no.
What?
I have the video.
Yeah.
She said no. She doesn't believe Michael. All right?
Right.
She doesn't believe Michael's alive. Okay, that's fine. But guess what? All the videos that she's making are MJ is alive videos. So what is it? Do you believe he's alive, or is he just trying to profit?
You proved her right, or wrong, I should say.
I'm trying to figure that one out.
You showed her proof, I guess.
Yeah, exactly, right? Well, I'll tell you what, it's been a 2-hour show, a full 2 hours. Holy shit. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's been a 2-hour show tonight. Mm-hmm. Folks, listen, we're not going to waste any more time tonight. Amelia, let's get out of here. Papa needs another cup of coffee. Listen, you guys have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow night for part 2 of Unsolved Mysterious Celebrity Deaths.
Yes.
Right here on What's the Buzz and We'll Untalk. For Amelia, the Pitbull Chapman, I am the Mad Dog, Angelo DeCipio. I will see you tomorrow night, everybody. Take care and good night.
Take care, everyone.